In the fast-paced city of Mumbai, where the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, my journey into the world of Kathak began in the first grade. It was all thanks to my parents' deep-rooted love for this Indian classical dance form. Enthusiastically, they decided to enroll me for the Kathak classes, hoping to pass on the rich cultural heritage to me. The institute was also just a 5-minute walk from my house, which was a massive advantage considering Mumbai traffic and the reality of two working parents, for whom dropping me to class at 4 p.m. wouldn't be very feasible. The beginning years were filled with wonder and curiosity as I learned the intricate steps and expressions that define the art form. My teacher, who was a very stern though passionate woman, guided me through the expressions and gestures that rule this art form. However, as I progressed to the 3rd grade, I saw myself getting increasingly bored of this routine and getting intimidated by my teacher. My disinterest took an unexpected turn in the 4th grade when a playful afternoon turned into a life-altering event. While playing, I fell, resulting in a rare back fracture on my vertebral column. It was after the pain being unbearable for 2 days that we visited the doctor. The doctor's verdict was stern: 2 months of complete bed rest or risk of facing surgery. The severity of the injury was daunting, and 2 months of complete bed rest and away from school became my new reality. It was during this time that I realized the fracture that confined me to bed brought an unexpected surge of gratitude for the movements I had once taken for granted. The injury reminded me of the time I had once taken Bharatnatyam for granted, finding it boring. Kathak, sorry. The temporary loss of dance magnified its significance, turning every twirl and every rhythm and beat into a precious memory. As the 2 months passed by, the truth emerged. I had been living with this congenital condition since birth. The revelation shed light on the fragility of my back and explained the unexpected severity of the injury. The prescribed bed rest became not just a healing period, but a time of self-discovery, in which I learned the importance of patience, adaptation, gratitude for the human body that once supported me. After this, dancing again seemed a little impossible. To avoid such an accident again, I decided to take a break for a couple of months before I could resume. Just like that, another year was over and I was in the 5th grade, and in the month of May, I shifted to Pune. After a lot of consideration and deliberation, the doctor signaled for me to be able to resume the classes again. We had a teacher coming to the society of our clubhouse who would teach the students dance. However, the students had been learning for a longer time than me, and the teacher had been teaching Bharatnatyam, but I wanted to learn Kathak. Due to convenience factor, Bharatnatyam seemed like the best option then, and 7 years later, I can only confirm that yes, it was the best decision ever. I privately learned with the teacher for a while before I caught up with the girls and started learning in a group together. You know, the thing about learning in a group is that seeing others around you motivates you so much, of course, other than the friendships and the bonds that you make. Bharatnatyam, with its graceful movements and expressive storytelling, played a significant role in shaping my personality and building my character. The dance form instilled within me about importance of discipline, teaching me the value of consistent effort and practice. It helped me focus as each intricate step needed precision. Expressing stories through Bharatnatyam helped my creativity increase as well as my emotional intelligence, which made me an empathetic person. The stage performances boosted my confidence and helped me overcome stage fright. Bharatanatyam, beyond its artistic beauty, became a mirror reflecting resilience, adaptation, dedication, and the ability to convey emotions. Qualities that have enriched my personality and continue to influence my character even today. The following year, COVID pandemic hit. Everything came to a standstill, hoping this was just temporary. Soon, as time passed, we decided to resume the classes online. The screen lacked the tangible guidance of a teacher's hands and the immediate correction of the incorrect steps. The essence of the dance form, deeply rooted in traditional nuances, was also difficult to grasp virtually. But thankfully, having a supportive teacher made this relatively easier. There was a lot going on, but we all decided to continue learning online, hoping it would not be too soon before we resumed physically again. By the time we resumed physically, I was appearing for my 9th grade final examinations. I somehow managed to strike a balance between my final exams and classes, just because I had my priorities set straight. Before I knew it, another year came to an end. I was in class 10. I remember so many of my friends leaving their classes, passions, hobbies in order to focus on their academics, joining tuitions and acing the board examinations. I felt guilty, but my parents convinced me to keep going, so I managed to continue till 10th. Whether it was the examinations that left me feeling guilty instead of attending classes instead of studying, or the consistent assignments and projects that we kept getting, the year seemed like a rough one. Despite this, I gave myself reasons to show up to class, for a hobby teaches you so much about time management, discipline, and balance. The truth is that when you truly find peace in pursuing something, irrespective of the time crunch you have, you manage to adjust and spare time for things you love doing the most. Pursuing a hobby left me with little time to spend with my friends outside of school, but it helped me focus and it made me productive. It gave me a sense of accomplishment. My point is, you have to find your solace in something you love to do. And this love, it only develops with time. And once it does, it becomes addictive. It becomes an integral part of your life schedule. And let me tell you, it teaches you innumerable lessons. It teaches you to compromise, make adjustments to your schedules, but at a cost. It's almost like a roller coaster ride, you know. The beginning is scary, the end is fun, and the middle. The middle is filled with all emotions of being scared and thrilled at the same time. In a world today where parents prefer enrolling their kids to tuitions in just the first grade, which is the time for them to figure out what they're passionate about, I would only encourage them to instead pursue a hobby. My parents chose hobbies over tuitions for me. They believed it shaped my personality and my character. Joining classical dancing, I found joy and discipline. For hobbies, teach a lot more than books. Now, I'm grateful for this opportunity, for this choice, as it made a huge difference in my life. So let your kids explore. Let them find their passion, their Bharatanatyam, for it's a beautiful journey. Thank you.